Hey, True Believers, England Teen here with another bit of a live stream where we just start talking about politics and comic books and movies and TV and everything like that. And once again, we do cover a lot more than that, but that's what just sets us off on this one. It's a lot of fun. I recommend anytime you see us on a live stream, jump in. We'll invite you on if you want, even if you disagree, if you agree, or whichever. So I hope you enjoy this, and here we go.
I want to clear something up.
So anyway, it's so effing depressing how we can't even have movies anymore without politics. I agree with you, Mighty Guy. But the thing is, politics have always been in the movies. Politics have always been in comic books. They've always been here. It's the way they're doing them now. It's the difference, I think, and excuse me for just a moment for going off on a rant. It is my channel. The whole point of this is, but in the past we've had strong women. I mean, you know, we've had Sigourney Weaver in Alien. We've had she's like one of the best action stars of all time. Just based on that one movie. We've had Linda Hamilton in Terminator, of course. What's her name? Freaking River from Firefly. What's her name?
Okay. Oh, I don't remember.
Y'all don't know it? Yeah. Anyway, point being is we've had this. And the best way to do it is to just do it. Oh, wow. We're going to have a black person over here. We're going to have a gay person over here. Yeah, we've seen it. I'm sorry. I'm not impressed. And I don't understand how we are the racists for not caring. I don't care. You know why? Because I've seen black people act. I've seen gay people act. For the far left that think they're virtue signaling now because of any of this, to me, that's the. Are you amazed? Have you never seen this before? But what they're doing instead of hold on just a second, instead of just having the strong woman in the movie, instead of just having the all black cast, they're announcing it. And that's what I find to be the racist part. That's what I find to be the misogynist part. They're not just doing it. Well, look at us. We've got black people. I mean, isn't there a whole thing about you counting your black friends and that being racist in itself? That's the Hollywood version of it. Just put out a movie with all black people. It doesn't matter. It's like, what's his name? The director of Us, who came out and said, I will never make a movie with white people. No shit, we knew that. You didn't have to say it. As soon as he said it, it's bad. But if he had put every movie out from here until the day he died, and I hope it's a long time because the man's a good director, and it was all black cast, we wouldn't have given shit. Nobody would have said word one about it because every time he puts out a movie, it's a hit. We like it.
But
go on ahead.
Here's where it gets even more pernicious, though. The reason why they don't count characters like Ripley from Alien or any of the ones you listed there is because they don't want just female characters. They want women as defined by their ideology. Meaning, you can't just be genetically female or physically female to be a woman. In their minds, a woman is someone who is, suffers historical oppression and so on and so forth. So they want to essentially define what a woman is, or what a gay person is, or what a black person is. And they do that because when someone like me or Corrupt says something against the gay identity or the black identity, or insert moral MacGuffin here, we lose our gay card, we lose our black card, we lose our minority status card, because to them, being in a minority status means that you're oppressed, which means that you are the victim, and that makes you powerful. Because if you're the victim, then people are going to have sympathy for you. But if you refuse to be put in the victim box, that's you abdicating what they define your role to be, and then you lose that part of your identity. If you're not being gay correctly, or being black correctly, or being disabled correctly, then you're not actually disabled, because disabled doesn't just mean someone with a physical or mental abnormality anymore. It means someone with a physical or mental abnormality who believes XYZ because of that factor.
Well, that's the same as you'll hear that that black women who are Republicans get all sorts of death threats and all. What's that girl's name? Candace Owens. All sorts of names called. Let's see. Maranya saying Mike is there because of the money. He's a crowdfunding book. Tillium, get your okay. Oh, Mike got in trouble for saying pride is a sin during Pride Month. Oh, that's funny, actually.
Yeah,
it is
because that's when E went after him.
Oh, shut up. Serious? Okay, here's the thing. If you're going to act like a corporation with a boss, then corporate up. Okay, make a freaking company. Otherwise, it's his book, it's his YouTube channel, it's his everything. Shut up. You have nothing to say about it. Well, it's like when we first started Comicsgate, but when it was still the skeptic thing, a lot of people brought up, well, DNC's the leader, he's the leader, and everybody would go, no, he's not, for one good reason. If DNC ever told me what to do with my channel, I'd tell him to go f himself. Seriously, if at the time I had more subs than Weaponized Nerd Rage, do you think for one instant, if I said, Wep, you need to run your channel like this, he would take it? Do you think he would have listened? And what is the freaking hierarchy anyway? Is it money made on the Indiegogo books? Is it the amount of books that have actually been put out? Is it YouTube subs? What is the hierarchy for you to be able to tell somebody else what they can say or what they cannot say in Comicsgate? The way we used to run it was very simple. Do you do you. That's it. And were there fights? Yeah, there were. I mean, let's not lie here. But come on, yeah. Seriously. Well, if anybody says, well, you can't say that, they're
trying to make a claim that they're stretching, trying to say, oh, he's bashing gays. He just said pride's a sin. Pride can be anything. Pride in yourself. Yeah,
that was it. Pride is a sin. It's a joke. It was a joke. Did you laugh? No. Then you thought it was unfunny. Did you laugh? Yes. Then you thought it was funny. Let it freaking go. I'm just fired up tonight. The left or the real.
I think it was a stupid thing for him to say optics wise though, because to say pride is a sin and then tag it with Pride Month during Gay Pride Month is very clear.
It's definitely a jab, yes, but it is still a joke, and that has nothing to do with it. Oh, well, that's bad for business. Whose business? That's exactly what I'm saying there. If you're going to corporate up and make it all about your business, but it's Mike's.
Yeah, no, his reasoning is stupid. But
it's Mike's business. So if Mike wants to run it into the ground, if he wants to put that optic out there, it is Mike's choice to do it.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm just saying this is a case of the blind leading the blind. I think this is a case of two idiots. I am
fired up right now. It's all Dramagate at this point. EVS and Doug are on their own. F them. That's what I'm hearing a lot of people going to. Undead Quinn. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. The left of the real racist, if an African American says the opposite, they call him an Uncle Tom, which just blows my freaking head, Maverick. You've heard me rant about it. My goodness gracious, that is the dumbest thing. I actually had an altercation on, not really. I mean, I didn't fight the guy. It was just Facebook thing where he got mad and he said he's a white guy calling black guys Uncle Toms. And I say, you're a dumbass for using, first of all, you're a dumbass for saying that to a black guy. But second of all, you're just a dumbass for using that as an insult. And if just read the freaking book, just read the gosh darn book. DNC said paper is the future of comics. I laughed at the boomer moment. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people, well, comic books are dead and this is the reason. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're going to change, and they're going to change in a way that a lot of us are not going to like it. And we're going to go down fighting. We're going to argue. We're going to squeal. We're going to yell and scream like we do, but it's going to change.
Here's a question for comic characters. I haven't really been reading X-Men stuff. Is Northstar even brought up or even mentioned by name at all?
No, he's already gay. Why do they need to?
I know. I'm saying they're talking about representation, but I never hear anything about Northstar anymore. Remember, he was a big thing. He was like him and Quicksilver like were supposed to be like equal in speed and stuff.
No, and Venkman, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Characters like Lone Star and Hulkling and Wiccan are just characters who are gay. They're not gay characters trademarked, i.e., they're not repping the LGBT movement ideology, so they don't count. They're not proper gay characters. They lose their.
I remember last year seeing an article that said original black characters are racist.
Power Man's racist.
Yeah, the original like if we want saying that we want say Black Lightning on the big screen rather than making Lightning Lad a black guy, then we're racist. You cannot want original black characters who are already black in the comics to be on the screen, or you're racist. You cannot want Blue Marvel. You cannot want Monica Rambeau, although she's now going to be on the big screen. You can't want Power Man. You can't want anybody who is already black on the big screen. Forget Robbie Robertson. He can never be in there again. You have to have a character who was previously white changed into a black character, because then you are giving up your identity for someone else and proving that you are not racist.
Here's something for the fans. Go ahead, Dalton.
Also keep in mind that these people are the people that don't believe that merit exists. So just creating more black characters would actually be adding to what they define as the problem, because they see the notion that merit exists to be part of the problem. So instead, what we need to do is we need to co-opt existing characters that already have the appropriate amount of quote-unquote authority and change that, because what they're interested in is gaining authority so that they can change the world basically from the top down rather than the bottom up, because they don't believe changing the world from the bottom up works.
Let's see.
I was going to change the topic. I'm looking at CBR right now. They said the next issue or the next episode of Fear the Walking Dead is supposed to pay homage to the 1970s 79 film of Dawn of the Dead. They're gonna be in a mall.
Oh, cool.
And it's gonna show visual effects as far as
I've only watched the first episode. It was boring as hell, but people are telling me it finally got good. So I'll figure I'll watch it then.
But yeah, it's gonna have visual callbacks to the film and then the 2004 remake in the mall. So
Mr. Freeze gets a White Knight spinoff from Sean Murphy and Klaus Janson. I'm very interested in that. That looks good.
That's definitely cool. But I'm changing.
Dun, 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 dun,
but apparently, last week's episode, people were pissed off. They're tired of this character called I think their name's Alex.
I know. Yeah. No, we're not doing any spoilers to the show.
No, this isn't a spoiler at all. This is from last week. Her whole character is that when she meets you, she has to videotape you, and you're supposed to tell her a story because she likes keeping your story. Okay. Well, people were pissed because we waited 2 weeks, and what we got was a flashback. The whole thing was a flashback, so it didn't continue the story. It was a filler, and people started this. We're getting sick of this. We want action. We're tired of this where they want to go and rescue people. No, we want like The Walking Dead.
Yep. Okay, let me get some comments in here. Let's see. I can't wait until the culture war dies, says Opinionated Junkie. I can't wait until our side begins to win. And I know that sounds weird. If you're in a bubble and you're over, say, I don't know, a comics group or something like that, and you're yelling all the right things to each other, you can fool yourself into thinking you're winning this particular battle. But the truth is, a lot of people don't even know there is a culture war. I mean, if you're in it, but a lot of people, the majority of America does not know we're in a culture war. Let's see.
And that's why it's so easy for the media to spin things, because if you've never heard of Comicsgate and then all of a sudden it shows up and they spin it as, well, these guys are a bunch of, regressive traditionalists who just want everything back the way it was in the 1950s, that's what you're going to believe. And given that the media does that with literally everything that transgresses their narrative, if you only believe what CNN and NBC and Fox News tell you, you're going to get the impression that there is this epidemic of alt-right racist people, when in actuality, it's just centrists and moderate conservatives and classical liberals going, guys, merit exists and politics is irrelevant to storytelling. And that's getting spun as racist, sexist, insert negative word.
So, Undead Quinn, everything is racist. Modanui's bored with social justice. Paul Sharp says he's liberal, but the left left him way behind. Yeah, I saw, and I want to read I want to read the article, find her sources. But what's her name? Lauren Chin did a video about how over the last 30 years or so, conservatives have pretty much stayed right where they are on a lot of topics, while the left has just gone farther and farther and farther to the left. So it makes people who are just normal liberal and libertarian look like they're far right to the crazies on the left, on the far left anyway.
Well, it's not even a left or far left thing. It's people who believe in feminism, intersectionality, and social justice. Because I'm a Bernie supporter, and up until about 5 minutes ago, that made me about as far left as it was possible for the American spectrum to go. But because I'm also an anti-feminist and an MRA, even among other Bernie supporters, I'm forbidden, because I might have all the right economic policies and I might be right on all the social issues, but I don't believe in the moral zeitgeist or the moral ideology, so that means I'm forbidden.
So thoughts on world-class bullshitters? Is this one of those things where I'm going to find out that I do not have my finger on the pulse of the youth?
They're a
that's the Penn and Teller TV show? What are they?
They're a YouTube channel similar to like Geeks and Gamers. It's a bunch of like cultural commentators on geek stuff.
Oh,
I know that NERDROTIC is friends with him. He's been on there a couple times.
Oh, okay. Well, I like NERDROTIC. So I guess if they might be good. I don't know. Do you guys have an opinion on them?
I don't watch a lot of their stuff, but what of their stuff I have watched, I have liked it. It's hard to say because they don't all agree on stuff. It's a panel show. There's like 4 or 5 guys, and they all talk about things.
Okay, well, yeah. Then that explains it, because a lot of times, if there's a subject or there's a topic, and I think I'm going to talk about it, or if I think that or I may make a video about it, then I don't watch it, because I don't want to be influenced. I want it to be my thoughts, not my thoughts strained through the opinions and such of somebody else. So yeah, a lot of times, like, okay, so we talked about the Mulan thing. So now I'm free to watch other people's videos about this particular thing. And sometimes it's really cool to do that, because, it's like, oh yeah, you know what? I didn't think about that. That's a really good point. And I like that. And sometimes it's like, God, how did I miss that? So yeah.
Story.
Yeah, it's that's happened a couple of times, and I really do enjoy that, but I don't want to repeat, I guess, world-class bullshitters or somebody else who's going to be saying that. So on some topics, I won't watch any commentary whatsoever. I do have one more channel, and I was thinking about doing some politics, but good Lord, I don't think I could do 7. I'm already suffering, and some channels are neglected, but I've just right this, like when I'm like right now, when I'm really pumped up and everything, I want to go over to my, I've got another channel called Media Madmen that I use as a jump board for the videos on Patreon and everything like that. But you have to load it off of YouTube. So nobody sees a video that's on there. Nobody who is not a patron has ever seen a video on there. And I thought about using that as a political springboard.
Just don't Alex Jones it, though.
Oh, no. I do not sell supplements. No. Yeah. So there you go, guys. That's a lot of opinions on a lot of things. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to share this video, because for sure YouTube's not going to be doing this. Now, if you like the video, by all means, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Don't want you to miss anything. Cool things happen around these parts. And please go on over to Patreon or to Ko-Fi and help support the channel. You can even commission a video over on Ko-Fi. A lot of people did, and it's been a lot of fun. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.